After many hours of clips and editing, the Lego Movie was finally made. This is the Lego Movie documentary. It all started with the idea of one man, Dan Lin. He pitched the idea after seeing his 5-year-old son playing with Legos one night. He said that he had 2 bricks clicked together and he was running around the house flying them like they were a spaceship. They were just 2 bricks, but in his mind, it was a much grander adventure. And I thought, wow, what a creative toy. There should be a movie. He pitched the idea in 2008 at the Lego headquarters in Denmark. He knew that the Lego Movie had to happen. Some were skeptical, he says. They weren't rude or anything. They're Danish, but they didn't feel they needed a movie. They were already a very successful brand. Why take the risk? They were doing really well without a movie. But in the end, they did take the risk, and it proved to be worth it. The Lego Movie was released in 2014, about 10 years ago, requiring a massive amount of people on the team. The writers were Chris Miller, Phil Lord, Kevin Hageman, and Dan Hageman. The directors were Chris Miller and Phil Lord. And the producers were Dan Lin and Roy Lee. It was not easy to get everyone on the team. Lin hired brothers Kevin and Dan Hageman. They co-wrote Hotel Transylvania in 2012. Next, Lin hired Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, who had done Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs for Sony, to direct the movie and make the brainstorming come to life with a script. To make this movie about a Lego man's journey, they wanted to use a mix of animation and computer-generated animation of real Lego elements, achieved in a photoreal stop-motion style. This brave idea is what convinced the Lego executives to take a chance on Lin's idea. Quote, "Once we heard the pitch, how Dan felt he could bring the values of the brand to life, we started to think, this could be interesting," said Jill Wilfert, Lego's Vice President of Licensing and Entertainment. Warner Bros. Equipped the project with a $60 million budget, and the rest is history.
There once was a story of a small man in a place called Bricksburg, and this is how it goes. Starting off with the inciting event, the master builder, characters who can build anything that comes to mind, Wildstyle, voiced by Elizabeth Banks, is falling into a hole beneath a construction site. Emmett, voiced by Chris Pratt, then finds a relic, the piece of resistance, making him the chosen one, aka the special. This is Emmett's first brush with the conflict, although he has no idea that there is a conflict or that he is the special. But with the piece of resistance stuck to his back, he is involved. Moving into the first plot point, Wildstyle rescues Emmett from Bad Cop, voiced by Liam Neeson, and takes him through the secret tunnel into the realm of the Old West. He leaves behind the world he knew and enters a new one. He is clueless as this is all happening. The early scene in which Lord Business, voiced by Will Ferrell, tells Bad Cop his plans to use the Craggle to cement the Lego world to perfection and then glues Bad Cop's parents as an example, neatly introduces the new clues of the bad guy's plans and emphasizes his power and ability to achieve them. Then, Bad Cop discovers Emmett, Wildstyle, and the blind wizard Vitruvius, voiced by Morgan Freeman, and chases them out of the Old West. During Emmett and his friends' attempt to infiltrate Lord Business's base, Vitruvius is killed and everyone is captured. After Lord Business attaches Emmett to a battery that is sent to blow up all the master builders, Emmett sacrifices himself to save them by throwing himself and the battery out the window. Now we have the climax. After landing in the human world and meeting the man upstairs, the business-obsessed father of the little boy who has been playing with Emmett and his friends and creating their story, Emmett returns to the Lego world armed for the final battle with Lord Business, aka the alter ego of the man upstairs. As we near the end, the cinematic moment of Emmett convincing Lord Business that he doesn't have to be the bad guy, that he can be the special too, leads us into the resolution. Lord Business and the man upstairs puts the piece of resistance on the Craggle and ends the conflict. Wildstyle then breaks up with her boyfriend Batman so she and Emmett can be together. The movie ends with the man and his son playing with the Legos together.
Now that we know all about the plot, it's time to understand how it was filmed. Many people think it was all stop-motion animation. It was actually computer-generated animation of real Lego elements, achieved in a photoreal stop-motion style. However, there was a hybrid element to the film, meaning they did use some stop-motion. The props they used were obviously Legos, and someone had to build all of them. These people were the master builders who worked at Lego, which is why it took nearly 7 years to make this movie. The facial expressions were even altered to imitate those that the actors expressed when voice acting. The directors also wanted the Legos to look used. This was later incorporated through making fingerprint marks and scuff marks on the Legos. The directors used a multitude of varying shots. The establishing shot established a setting, Bricksburg, by overlooking the fictional city and its skyline. Moving into the master shot, we are now given a glimpse into the life of the main character, Emmett. The audience is taken through Emmett's house and his daily morning routine, establishing his character type. Throughout the film, many wide shots were used to highlight the environment surrounding a scene. This shot type was typically important for the action sequences as it shows the true chaos of being in a battle. Medium shots were another popular shot type throughout the film. The medium shot was used to highlight the exact moment that Emmett fell in love with wild style. To add to the realism of the film, they used camera movements that mocked real-life movies, like a moving shot using a dolly to follow the characters and a slow push-ins to their faces to show their expressions. A push out into a wide shot from a medium shot was one of the most powerful and emotional shots from the entire movie, as we got the chance to see Emmett and Wild Style's relationship bloom, acting as a resolution for these two characters.
Moving on from shot types, we have some fun facts about the Lego Movie. The movie grossed over $468 million worldwide, with $257 million of that coming from the US and Canada alone. Throughout the entirety of the film, they never once say the word Lego. Additionally, Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill both made cameos in the film, and this was Morgan Freeman's first ever animated film as a voice actor.
Hello everybody, this is Natan Garber and he's going to be answering some questions for us. Natan, who is your favorite character and why?
My favorite character is Batman because he's Batman.
And this is Emmett. Emmett, this is my boyfriend, Batman.
I'm Batman. That's your boyfriend?
Impacted my life in a crazy way because I always loved Lego, and when the movie came out, it was a ton of toys with characters from one of my favorite movies then, because it was the Lego Movie, and I just loved everything about it so much.
What was your least favorite moment from the movie?
My least favorite moment from the movie is the Wild West scene because it goes on for a very long time and has very boring colors.
Vitruvius, which way to cross Cuckoo Land?
Head for the big bright thing in the sky. You're in the sun? Yeah, that's it.
Let's get on.
Next, what was your favorite moment from the movie and why?
My favorite moment from the movie is when Batman runs off with the Star Wars characters in the Millennium Falcon, and then he comes back because they get eaten by the giant worm.
Come on, Chewie. Hit the hyperdrive. Nah, they'll be fine.
Who would you say is the main audience for this film?
Given the marketing strategy the filmmakers used, I would say their main audience was young children who love Legos, and then of course their parents who probably grew up playing with Legos. Another silent enjoyer of the film is teenagers who love playing with Legos. It truly was a family film.
What are some examples of how the Lego Movie marketed their film?
The Lego Movie released Lego sets for children and their parents to build together, creating a bond between families and the movie. This also appealed to parents and teenagers who enjoyed playing with Legos growing up. Then, of course, they released many trailers, posters, and teasers which the parents saw during commercial breaks. The kids also saw the commercials while watching cartoons, creating another connection between parents and their children. Also, McDonald's released toys related to the Lego Movie like this one.
I hope all of you were paying close attention because now it's time for trivia. Let's see what you remember. Did they gross $468 million worldwide Or did they gross $470 million worldwide? Well, the answer is 468 million. Question number 2. What was the first film Morgan Freeman voice acted in? The answer is the Lego Movie. Question number 3. How many times was Lego said in the Lego Movie? The answer is 0. Now, for the last question, was President Business successful in his plan? The answer is technically no.
Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when we're living our dream. Everything is better when we stick together. Side by side, you and I gonna win forever. Let's party forever. We're the same, I'm like you, you're like me. We're all working in harmony. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when we're living our dream.
3, 2, 1, go. Have you heard the news? Everyone's talking. Life is good cause everything's awesome. Lost my job, that's a new opportunity. More free time for my awesome community. I feel more awesome than an awesome possum. Dip my body in chocolate frosting. 3 years later I shot the frosting. Smelling like a blossom, everything is awesome. Stepped in mud, got new brown shoes. It's awesome to win and it's awesome to lose. Awesome to lose. Awesome to lose. Awesome to lose.
Everything is better when we stick together. Side by side, you and I gonna win forever. Let's party forever. We're the same, I'm like you, you're like me. We're all working in harmony. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when we're living our dream.
Blue skies, bouncy springs. We just named 2 awesome things. A Nobel Prize, a piece of string. You know what's awesome? Everything. Dogs and fleas, allergies, a book of Greek antiquities, brand new pants, a very old vest. Awesome items are the best. Trees, drugs, clogs, they're awesome. Rocks, clocks, and socks, they're awesome. Figs and jigs and twigs, that's awesome. Everything you see or think or say is awesome.
What would you say is the main Who would you say is the main audience for this film?
Given the marketing strategy the filmmakers used. Wait, what?
Okay. I hope all of you were paying close attention. Okay, it's going.
Yeah.
Oh! Restart it.
Motion animation. It was actually computer generated animation of real Lego elements. No.
Oh wait, I don't have a mic on.
I wonder what this